Hello and welcome again to another exciting synopsis or summary of a great book, The Art of Seduction by Robert Greene. I want to give you a detailed summary of that book. So this is The Art of Seduction synopsis, which is being brought to you by or from vidanmeds.com. We exist to ensure that you discover your purpose, unlock your potential, live your potential, and have a meaningful life that you will not regret in your older years. So one of the ways that we do this is by ensuring that we bring you all the information, the resources to help you nurture your gift to the world and to ensure that you become a certified person or a certified gift to the world. Remember, you are in your gift, you are a leader in your gifting, your uniqueness, no one has it. You have the power to influence, and it is always good that you have the right knowledge to help you influence positively and impact positively to the world. So great leaders are always great readers. We understand this as Vidanmeds, and it is our work to ensure that we bring more books, more resources to you, more educative ones, in an easy and consumable way. And one of the many ways that we bring them to you is through these synopsises or summaries of books, which will also help you decide if it is the right fit for you. Now, without further ado, I want us to go to this book, The Art of Seduction. This is not the first one. We have many others that we've had summaries on. You can go to our YouTube channel. You can also listen them as a podcast, and you can get much of this. Now, this book that I'm about to summarize for you, which is The Art of Seduction by Robert Greene, is the most detailed summary that you can ever find on the internet. And this book will particularly appeal to quite a number of people, including, number one, those who are interested in improving their dating and romantic lives, because the book provides insights into the psychology of attraction, strategies of building rapport, and techniques for maintaining a captivating presence. Number two, it will also appeal to individuals seeking to enhance their social interactions, because the book offers guidance and navigating social situations, creating a positive first impression, and building meaningful connections with others. Number three, the book will also appeal to professionals seeking to advance their careers, because the book's principles on persuasion, influence, and communication can be applied in various personal settings such as negotiations, presentations, and networking events. Another group of people who will find this book revealing to them are individuals interested in personal growth and self-improvement. This is because the book encourages self-awareness, self-acceptance, and the development of personal charisma, which are contributing factors to overall personal growth. Lastly, it will also appeal to readers who are fascinated by history, psychology, and the human behavior, because the book provides historical context, psychological insights, and real-world examples of seduction techniques, mixing it with engaging read for those interested in these topics. Additionally, it is also a great summary to help you decide whether you should commit your resources to buying the book or stocking it in your home library. This Art of Seduction synopsis or summary has got you covered. And if you're interested in checking it further, I urge you to go with me in this journey as we unravel The Art of Seduction by Robert Greene. Now, in the synopsis, I'll give you some of my overview, the contents of this summary or this synopsis, including I'll give you the overview of the book. I'll also give you the genre, publication, and the writing style of the book. I'll also give you some key ideas and arguments which are presented in The Art of Seduction. I'll give you some summary of the chapters, key takeaways and conclusions, biography of Robert Greene and some of the interesting facts about him, comparison of this book to other books on the same subject. I'll expound more on the target audience and intended readership, reception and critical response of the book, my personal thoughts and opinions of the book, recommendations based on this book to other similar books that you can check. I'll summarize this summary or this synopsis in one big main takeaway. I'll give you tips on how you can apply the lessons that you learn from this book in real life. And that's where we shall end in this summary. It is probably a part 1 and part 2. So you'll have to check on part 2 and also connect with part 1 so that you can have the big picture together. So let's go very, very fast to the book overview. So Robert Greene's The Art of Seduction is a comprehensive guide on the art of seduction, including the strategies and tactics that people use to captivate and influence others. The Art of Seduction is a book about the art of mastering seduction, which Greene defines as the ability to persuade someone to do what you want them to do, even if it is against their will. Greene argues that seduction is not about sex, but rather about power and control. He draws on historical examples and psychological principles to provide readers with a practical guide to becoming master seducers. From this book, generally, we will learn that seduction is a game of psychology, not destiny or beauty. Number 2, the most successful seducers know how to read people and understand their desires. Number 3, seduction is a process, not an event. It involves building trust, rapport, and desire over time. And number 4, there are many different types of seduction, each with its own unique set of principles and techniques. And lastly, we'll also learn that the most important thing in seduction is to be authentic and genuine. Let's now go to the genre, publication, and writing style of The Art of Seduction. So, The Art of Seduction is a self-help book. We can also place it in the psychology, business, relationships, and strategy. It was first published in 2001, and this book is written in clear, concise, and engaging style. Greene draws on a wide range of historical and contemporary examples to illustrate his points, making the book both informative and entertaining. So The Art of Seduction covers a wide range of topics, but Greene's writing style is accessible and engaging. He uses clear and concise language to explain complex concepts, and he provides real-world examples to illustrate his points. This makes the book easy to read and understand, even for readers who are not familiar with the topic of seduction. Greene's writing style, as you've said, is also engaging and persuasive. He uses a variety of rhetorical devices, such as anecdotes, metaphors, and similes, to keep the reader's attention and to make his points more memorable. He also uses humor and self-depreciating remarks that make the book more enjoyable to read. Overall, The Art of Seduction is a well-written and informative book that covers a wide range of topics related to seduction. Greene's writing style is clear, concise, engaging, and persuasive, making the book easy to read and understand, even for readers who are not familiar with this topic. Let's now go to the key ideas and arguments presented in the book. Greene argues that seduction is a game of psychology and that the most successful seducers are those who understand how to manipulate people's emotions and desires. He identifies 9 different types of seducers, each with their own unique approach. So who are these 9 types of seducers? Number 1, the natural. Some people are naturally seductive and charming. Number 2, the siren. This is someone who uses their physical beauty to attract and seduce others. Number 3, another type is the dandy. This is someone who uses their wit and sophistications to seduce others. The wreck is the other type. This is someone who is promiscuous and seduces others for sport. The romantic is the other one. This is someone who seduces others by appealing to their emotions and fantasies. The ideal lover is the other type. This is someone who embodies all of the qualities that their target desires. The coquette. This is someone who plays hard to get and creates a sense of mastery and intrigue. The chameleon. This is someone who adapts their personality to match the target's desires. The actor. This is someone who creates a false persona to seduce their target. And then lastly, the collector. This is someone who seduces others as a way to collect trophies. Now, Greene also argues that there are 9 anti-seductive behaviors that people should avoid. These include being too eager. These are people who are too eager to be liked or seduced, are often seen as desperate and unattractive. Number 2, what you should also avoid is being too negative. People who are negative or complaining are often seen as draining and unappealing. Another thing that you should avoid is being too predictable. People who are predictable are often seen as boring and uninteresting. Another thing to avoid is being too needy. People who are needy and clingy are often seen as a burden and unattractive. Another thing to avoid is to be too selfish. People who are selfish and only care about their own needs are often seen as uncaring and inconsiderate. Another thing to avoid is to be too arrogant. People who are arrogant and self-absorbed are often seen as off-putting and unattractive. Also avoid being too judgmental. People who are quick to judge others are often seen as critical and unapproachable. Also avoid being too controlling. This is because people who are controlling and manipulative are often seen as untrustworthy and dangerous. Avoid being too afraid of rejection, because people who are afraid of rejection are often seen as insecure and unattractive. Lastly, avoid being too afraid of intimacy. People who are afraid of intimacy are often seen as emotionally unavailable and unattractive. So what are some of the chapters that are presented in this book, The Art of Seduction? There are several. This is a summary. So you have the seductive character, the siren. It's like these chapters expound more on the different types of seducers that we've talked about. The seductive, that is the siren, the wreck, the ideal lover, the dandy, the natural, the coquette, the charismatic, the star, the anti-seducer, all those things that we've talked about. So it's just a summary. So we have chapters such as the effect of regression, stir up the transgressive and the taboo, use spiritual lures, mix pleasure with pain, give them space to want you, use physical lures, master the art of bold move, be aware of after effects. Now, so that's about just the summary of the key chapters and main sections. You can have a look at them in the book. Now, let's go now to the key takeaways and conclusions in the Art of Seduction. We have several takeaways that we can have. Number 1, seduction is a powerful tool that can be used to manipulate and influence others, but it is not without risks. Number 2, successful seducers understand the psychology of human desire and use it to their advantage. Number 3, different seduction archetypes exist, and it is up to you to determine which one works best for you. The next one, effective seduction involves using a combination of psychological and physical tactics to capture someone's attention and manipulate their emotions. The next one, the best way to seduce someone is to make them feel special and desired. Another takeaway is that seduction is not just about physical attraction, but also about creating emotional and intellectual intimacy. Another takeaway is there are 9 different types of seducers, each with their own unique approach. Another takeaway, seduction is a 4-phase process: preparation, approach, seduction, and lastly, surrender. Another takeaway, the most important thing in seduction is to be yourself. People can spot a fake from a smile, that is from a mile away, so do not try to be someone you are not. Another takeaway, be confident. Confidence is one of the most attractive qualities a person can have. Next one, be interested in the other person. Take the time to get to know them and what they are interested in. Another takeaway, be playful and flirty. Do not be afraid to show your interest in the other person. The second last takeaway, create a sense of mystery around yourself. Do not give away everything at once. Then lastly, be patient, because seduction takes time and effort. Now, let's look at some of the interesting facts about Robert Greene. This is the biography of Robert Greene and some of the interesting facts about him. So Robert is an American author of books on strategy, power, and seduction. He has written several international bestsellers, including The 48 Laws of Power, The Art of Seduction, The 33 Strategies of War, The Fifth Law, and The Laws of Human Nature. Greene is also known for his insights into human psychology and his ability to make complex topics accessible to a wide audience. His work has been praised by critics and readers alike for its practical advice and its timeless wisdom. Now, Greene is a sought-after speaker and consultant, and he has worked with a wide range of clients, including CEOs, executives, and entrepreneurs. He is also a mentor to many successful businesses, leaders, and artists. Greene's work is a valuable resource for anyone who wants to learn more about how to achieve success and fulfillment in life, because his insights into human psychology are essential for anyone who wants to understand and influence others. Now, can this book be compared to others? So I want to give you some comparison of The Art of Seduction to other books on the same subject. So The Art of Seduction by Robert Greene is one of the most popular and influential books on seduction ever written. It is often compared to other books on the same subject, such as The Rules by Ellen Fein and Sherry. That is one book, that is The Rules. It is written by Ellen and Sherry. And we also have another book, The Game by Neil Strauss. So those are two books which you can compare to The Art of Seduction, The Rules and The Game. So however, Greene's book is unique in its focus on the psychology of seduction and its use of historical contemporary examples to illustrate his points. The Rules, the book that you said by Neil, The Rules is more practical guide, no, not by Neil, but by Ellen. So The Rules is a more practical guide to seduction, focusing on specific techniques that women can use to attract and keep men. The Game is more cynical and manipulative approach to seduction, focusing on how men can exploit women's vulnerabilities to get sex. Greene's book, that is Greene's book, on the other hand, is more nuanced and sophisticated. He argues that seduction is not just about sex, but about influencing and persuading others to see things your way. He also argues that the most effective seducers are those who are able to understand and manipulate human psychology. Another key difference between Greene's book And the other books on seduction is Its Focus on Long Game. Greene argues that seduction is not about one night stand or quick flings. It is about building lasting relationships and achieving your goals in life. He provides advice on how to create a seductive persona, how to build rapport with others, and how to influence and persuade people to say things your way. So overall, I think seduction is has a more great approach to seduction than other books on the subject. It's a valuable resource for anyone who wants to learn more about the psychology of seduction and how to use it to achieve their goals. We began this summary or this section by talking of the target audience. That is, we say that specific examples of people who can benefit from this book include people who are dating or looking for a romantic partner, people who are trying to build a successful career, people who are starting their own businesses, people who are trying to improve their communication skills, people who are interested in psychology and human behavior, and people who want to learn how to be more charismatic and persuasive. Let's now go to the reception or critical response to The Art of Seduction. So The Art of Seduction has received mixed reviews from critics. It has been praised for its insights into human psychology and its practical advice. So while others have criticized it for its cynical view of human nature and its promotion of manipulative behavior. On the positive side, critics have commended Greene for his ability to make complex topics accessible to a wide audience. They have also praised his insights into human psychology and his ability to provide practical advice on how to influence and persuade others. For example, a review in the New York Times book review stated that Greene offers a masterclass in the art of persuasion. Now, what are some of my personal thoughts and opinions on The Art of Seduction? After reading this book, I find that it is a fascinating and informative read. That is one thing that I find. Now, Greene's insights into human psychology are spot on, and his advice on how to use seduction to achieve your goals is practical and actionable. However, I caution you not to take the Greene's advice that he presents too literally. Seduction is a powerful tool and it should be used with responsibility. But overall, I believe that the art of seduction can be used for good, such as building stronger relationships, advancing your career, or influencing people to make positive changes in their lives. However, it can also be used for bad, such as manipulating people for personal gain or exploiting others. It is up to you to decide how you will use the power of seduction. Overall, I also think that The Art of Seduction is a powerful and valuable book that can teach you a lot about human psychology and how to use seduction to your advantage. However, it is important to remember that seduction is a powerful tool that should be used with responsibility. I also have some recommendations for you of other books which are related to this one. So some of the books that you can have that are similar to this one include The Influence, that is The Psychology of Persuasion by Robert Cialdini, and another book is How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. So these books also focus on the art of influence and offer valuable insights into the human psychology and behavior. So we have those two books, and also we also add two other books in the comparison. So we had The Game, The Rules. Now we have The Influence and How to Win Friends and Influence People. Let me summarize this whole book in one big main takeaway. The biggest takeaway that I took from The Art of Seduction is that seduction is a powerful tool that can be used to manipulate and influence others, but it is not always without risks. Successful seducers understand the psychology of human desire and use it to their advantage, but they also recognize the potential consequences of their actions. The book provides readers with a comprehensive guide on the art of seduction, offering insights into different seduction archetypes and a variety of tactics and strategies that can be used to captivate and influence others. However, you should read the book with the careful consideration and with caution, and recognize that seduction, like any other tool, can be used for both positive and negative. Now, probably, how can you read this book effectively? How can you ensure that when you start reading this book, you complete it without losing the energy and the synergy and the momentum along the way? So I have some key things that you can do. Read the book carefully and thoughtfully. Do not just skim it for quick tips and tricks. Take the time to understand Greene's insights into the human psychology and the different types of seducers. Reflect on your own personality and goals. What kind of seducer are you? What do you want to achieve through seduction? Once you have a better understanding of yourself, you can start to apply Greene's advice in a way that is authentic and effective. Number 3, you can also be patient and persistent. Seduction is a skill that takes time and practice to master. Do not get discouraged if you do not see the results immediately. Just keep practicing and learning, and eventually you will become a more effective seducer. You can use the book as a reference guide. Do not try to memorize everything in the book. Instead, use it as a reference guide when you need to help you understand a certain aspect of seduction. Also, be selective about the advice you follow. Not all Greene's advice is appropriate for everyone or every situation. Use your judgment and choose the advice that is most relevant to you and your goals. Do not be manipulative. Greene's book is about seduction, not manipulation. Seduction is about influencing and persuading others to see things your way, while manipulation is about controlling and exploiting others. Use Greene's advice in a way that is ethical and respectful to others. Now, what are some of the ways in which you can apply the lessons that you learn from this book in real life? Starting from today, what can you start implementing? Understand that the psychology of attraction. Learn how to identify and utilize the factors that drive attraction, such as mystery, vulnerability, and shared interests. Master the art of persuasion. Develop effective communication techniques to influence and persuade others using language that appeals to emotions and logic. You can also build a sense of excitement and certainty, keeping the relationships fresh and going. There are so many ways that you can apply. You can improve. How can you improve your professional interactions? You can understand the psychology of influence and gain insights into the human motivation and decision making, enabling effective persuasion in negotiations and collaborations. There are some ways you can enhance self-awareness by identifying your seductive archetypes, cultivating self-acceptance, and practicing self-discipline. Now, we had earlier said that this one will be a part. This summary will be a part 1 and part 2, but I think it will only fit in part 1, only in one part. And from this synopsis or this summary, I hope you've gained some insights into the book, and you can now decide if the book is right for you, if you can buy it. If it pleases you, you can go ahead and purchase it. We have an affiliate link that is below this description. You can buy it directly from Amazon. It is an affiliate link and will not have to pay more by using the link. It is just a way of supporting us and to keep the lights on and to bring you more resources free and to reach a wider audience. Now, if you are listening this on as a podcast, I will urge you to rate and review us so that this content can be pushed higher to many people who might also like to know more about this book. If you are doing this on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Which part of the book resonated with you the most? Which other book from the recommendations that we have given, or I have given you, that you'll pick next? So these are things that maybe you can let us know in the comment section. Maybe there's a book that you want us to review, to give you a summary or synopsis of. Please also let us know in the comment section. In the meantime, I want to say thank you for your time. I know you could have spent this time in another place, but thank you very much. May God bless you. May we meet again in the next synopsis, in the next summary. Also keep safe, keep learning, because leaders are readers in nature, and you are a leader in your area of gifting. Until next time, bye bye for now.